Breaking news. History was made at the 2026 World Cup as Spain's 18-year-old sensation, Lamine Yamal, scored his first-ever World Cup goal. The historic moment came in the 10th minute of the match against Saudi Arabia at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Teammate Mikel Oyarzabal drove a brilliant ball into the box, and Yamal slid it in with a clinical right-footed finish to put Spain ahead 1-0. This goal broke a massive 299-minute World Cup scoring drought for the 2010 champions. Spain eventually won the game comfortably, with Oyarzabal scoring 2 more goals in the first 13 minutes. This was Yamal's very first World Cup start. He had been recovering from a left hamstring injury sustained while playing for Barcelona in April 2026. Because of this, coach Luis de la Fuente originally planned to play him for just 60 minutes to let him adapt. However, Yamal was explosive from the opening whistle, immediately drawing defensive pressure and creating chances. Born in July 2007, Yamal is just 18 years old and wears the iconic number 10 jersey for Barcelona, the very same number once worn by Lionel Messi. While fans and media constantly compare him to Messi and Maradona because of his left-footed, right-wing playing style, his coach has urged caution, stating it is a mistake to pressure him with such heavy comparisons. After helping Spain win Euro 2024, Yamal has now officially announced his arrival on the world's biggest stage with his first World Cup goal. Next news. A massive Group G clash is underway at the BC Place in Vancouver, where New Zealand takes on Egypt in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. This is a high-stakes, must-win match for both nations if they want to secure a spot in the coveted knockout stages. The All Whites enters this match following a hard-fought 2-2 draw against Iran in their World Cup opener last week. The team is highly motivated, chasing a dream to advance to the knockout rounds for the very first time in their football history. Let's break down New Zealand's 26-player World Cup squad and where they play professionally. In goal, they have Max Crocombe of Millwall, Alex Paulson, who is on loan at Lechia Gdansk from Bournemouth, and Michael Wood from Auckland FC. Their defence features strong international presence, including Tyler Bindon from Nottingham Forest, Michael Boxall from Minnesota United, and Liberato Kakis from Wrexham, alongside several domestic stars from Auckland FC and Wellington Phoenix. The midfield is packed with talent, featuring Joe Bell playing in Norway, Marco Stamenic from Swansea City, and Sarpreet Singh, who is currently at Wellington Phoenix on loan from Serbian club FK-TSC. Up front, the attack is led by their star forward and captain, Chris Wood, who plays in the English Premier League for Nottingham Forest. Leading the charge from the dugout is manager Darren Baisley. Baisley has been deep in New Zealand's coaching system since 2011 and took full charge of the senior team in 2023, even winning the OFC Nations Cup in 2024. On the pitch, the team relies heavily on captain Chris Wood, who has proudly worn the armband since 2022 following the retirement of legendary captain Winston Reid. Stay tuned as we watch to see if the All Whites can create history today. Welcome back to the World Cup news. We have a crucial update from the Scotland camp as they prepare for a massive showdown in World Cup Group C. 3 key Scottish players, Scott McKenna, Aaron Hickey, and Lewis Ferguson, missed Sunday's main group training session. Instead of joining the rest of the squad, the trio focused on individual recovery work at the team's training base in Charlotte, North Carolina. Head coach Steve Clarke is carefully monitoring them as Scotland gears up for their final, high-stakes group game against Brazil this coming Wednesday. Looking at their current fitness updates. Right back Aaron Hickey, who was subbed off during Scotland's 1-0 victory over Haiti, missed Friday's 1-0 loss to Morocco at the Boston Stadium. Meanwhile, centre-back Scott McKenna is still dealing with a stubborn calf issue and has not featured in the tournament yet. On a positive note, midfielder Lewis Ferguson managed to complete a full 90 minutes against the African champions, Morocco, but is now on a tailored training program. There is also good news regarding Kieran Tierney. Despite being taken off with cramps during the second half of the Morocco match, he successfully returned to full squad training on Sunday morning. The stakes couldn't be higher for Scotland. They are already guaranteed a third-place finish in the group. However, a draw against heavyweights Brazil in Miami would practically lock in their spot in the knockout stages for the first time in their history. Remarkably, even a very narrow defeat against Brazil might just be enough to push them through to the next round.